Very much. Arthritis impacts some 52 million people in the United States. I'll do the math for you. That's roughly 1 out of 6 of us. Isn't that amazing? Well, May is National Arthritis Month. It's a great time to remind everybody about something that affects so many of us. Today, we are joined by author Barbara Allan. She has written a book, and she has claimed to have cured herself from arthritis, basically, in a word, by just taking the entire book of treatments and throwing it at it to find what works and what doesn't, and that's a great way to write a book for yourself. So thank you so much for being here today. I'll promise not to call you Arthur again.
Okay.
Now, before we get into the cures and what you've learned along the way, there's many different types of arthritis, so just start by telling us your personal journey.
So I had crippling arthritis for 2.5 years. I was in a wheelchair, and if I even tried to stand up and walk a few steps, I was dealing with fainting intensities of pain.
Yeah.
And during that time, that pain once was so bad that instead of fainting, I actually died from the pain. I didn't just see the light at the end of the tunnel, I merged with it. And it was the most amazing experience of my whole life.
I can see you shaking already just trying to talk about it.
Yeah, and I got to rest there in this perfect love, and then they said it wasn't my time and I needed to come back, that there was a cure for my arthritis.
Okay. What type of arthritis was it?
I had reactive arthritis. I had bacterial dysentery, and that triggered it, but how I got well was looking for what worked for rheumatoid arthritis in the medical literature. I was a PhD student in molecular biology.
Sure. So there's a lot of different arthritises that deal with the immune system as opposed to, say, osteoarthritis, and that's where you found a lot of your success.
Right. And when I wrote the book, I thought it was only for the autoimmune type, but I found out from people that have written me that it works for osteo as well.
Fantastic. Well, tell me about the book. What is it called?
It's called Conquering Arthritis, and the first thing that was really critical for my healing was learning about the mind-body connection. So I was often in so much pain that I just wanted to scream at night, and I couldn't sleep. And when I learned about Tonglen meditation, where you breathe in the suffering of everyone who's just like you in that moment, and then breathe out the remedy, I would go from wanting to scream to being in intense bliss. It scared me the first few times it happened.
I can imagine. But yeah, a lot of people will tell you that meditation does wonders, prayer does wonders too. Just sort of moving along, it looks like there's a big focus on food and diet.
Right. So almost everybody that has arthritis has food triggers whether they realize it or not. And one of mine was corn. And even the slightest trace of table salt, because it's adulterated or it has an additive that's a corn product, would put me in so much pain that I would be in bed for days and it would be hard to think.
So you cut
out your problem foods, not my problem foods. Everybody has a different set. You test for that, and in 7 days, it's like a miracle.
Amazing. And then, of course, exercise, which a lot of doctors will tell you, too. We don't want to give away all your secrets in the book, but we'll leave that for people who have it. There's a walk to Cure Arthritis this weekend. Tell us about it real quick, and tell us how people can find you while they're there.
So Danbury, Connecticut, the Arthritis Foundation is putting on the Walk to Cure Arthritis. Come out. It's from 9 to 12. And I'll be there. If you'd like to talk with me, I'll be wearing this hat so you can find me in the crowd.
That hat, it is a pink camouflage hat. Go ahead, just put it out right on so we can get that camera shot for you. And there it is. So there you go. Barbara, thank you so much for your time. So, folks, just look for the pink camouflage hat, and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, still ahead on Morning Extra, Taco Bell, of all people, or companies, they're not really a person, but you get what I'm saying. They're making moves